Are you a victim of the dysfunction in Dalton?
Absolutely, but more so, residents are victims.
Now, Tiffany puts on a good front. She puts on a good front. She comes off as, she could be likable. She tells a good story. So once Tiffany started getting, like some press and, people say, oh my God, she's the first woman to do this. Oh my God, she's the youngest to do that. And now she's the shiny new kid on the block to the world of the media. She started to forget the people who helped her get there.
So Alton Daniels, he has two channels. He has that one and he has like the Millionaire Show. And he had an interview with the former chief of staff of Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard, and it was really insightful. Some of the things that she was bringing up in terms of her personality, how she was before, or at least the transformation of how she's behaving now compared to the past. And I thought it was a pretty good interview. So let's put the one right now.
Now, Tiffany puts on a good front. She puts on a good front. She comes off as, she could be likable. She tells a good story. She tells a good game. So when she got with that team, they were like the dream team. She's like, all right, listen, we're going to do some change. We're going to work together and, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Now, where it gets tricky is Tiffany has a habit of being a little power struck. So once Tiffany started getting, like some press and, people saying, oh my God, she's the first woman to do this. Oh my God, she's the youngest to do that. And now she's the shiny new kid on the block to the world of the media. She started to forget the people who helped her get there, which was those trustees. And not just her trustees have the same issue. She had a team of people that were out with her, passing petitions, out there with, putting out, campaign literature, giving their time, keep in mind, for free to help her get into this place,
And that, when you see her, that's what is interesting that I saw this before I saw this interview. That's what kind of came to me. It just seemed like someone that's very, very into being that reality TV star. They want to be like a Parks and Rec. They want to have someone she wants a reality show. I bet you that Superman wants a reality show following her around with her life. The fact that she puts a lot of emphasis on her appearance, it shows that that's what she wants to do. And again, going back to the video with her going to the White House to meet the president, so excited, happy, taking pictures of everything, doing the whole selfie thing. I love you guys. This is great. You can tell this is what she really wants to do. But when you have that power is when you really see a person's true self, right? When you give someone something of substantial in terms of resources, of money, how do they behave, right? Compared to when they, like, you can have an asshole with $1 million is terrible, right? But in terms of like, that's why when they have that kind of money, they do certain things that exacerbates. It basically extends their personality forward. When you have resources or you have something powerful to use at your disposal. And then another clip of her just talking more about how she changed.
She kind of code switched.
So the people really believed in her. Like they really believed that she was going to get in there and do a good job and everything.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing, and I will go on record and say this: the Tiffany that we see today, that is not the Tiffany from 2 years ago.
What was she like 2 years ago?
See, 2 years ago, she was like, she was green. She's always been a little green, but that girl on that picture right there at the bottom, that was Tiffany 2 years ago. Not the glam, not the, she was, low key cool. She had some areas that you can work on. But now she's been empowered to believe she's the most powerful woman in the Southland, when the reality of the matter is Thornton Township is a platform for government assistance. It's literally a big public aid office for the community. The Thornton Township is literally where you go for financial assistance. So why she believed that makes her the most powerful woman in the South Side? Let me tell you why. Any person that will believe that the Thornton Township supervisor position makes you the most powerful person is if you're using it for malicious.
Damn, I missed. I clipped it off. Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to help people. But if you are taking the resources for yourself, then you're just doing the complete opposite of helping people. You're just robbing people. you're taking advantage of people. It's not based on her trying to, again, it's a community thing, but if you only flying across the world. Actually, do I have that video? We could put that on YouTube with WGN talking about $67,000 was spent traveling. I mean, I would like to know how much the mayor of New York City has spent in a year. Like, I know Eric Adams went to the White House, but I don't know if he went, he could be. I mean, also, you know, it's two different, I mean, obviously New York City mayor's 8 million people, but if it's comparable, right? Like I say, if Eric Adams spent $100,000 traveling, Tiffany shouldn't be nowhere near that. Again, I don't even know. I'm just throwing out numbers. But $67,000 to travel? Why? What are you doing? We'll show that video as well. But she really got into, she really feeling herself, right? I mean, it has to. Let's see. Let me show one more about why Nakia decided to, like, this is not working. This is just not working out for her. What she's trying to do.
And I'm like, she's sitting here, and then she'll probably come back and say, Biden say I'm the best mayor ever, when the reality is he probably didn't even remember the conversation you all had.
Absolutely
and
not.
So it's like you out here looking for selfies when, you know, you need to be here in your town looking how to balance this budget because you in the red.
Did you, what was some of the red flags that you would notice?
Her mouth.
Really?
Her mouth. So Tiffany has a very disrespectful mouth. So the stuff that you see with the trustees, and this is where it went down. I'm gonna just tell you, and this can be verified because I put it in my letter of resignation that day.
Did you?
Oh, listen, we almost got into a fist fight. So her mouth is extremely disrespectful. So at the time, my father-in-law had fell gravely ill.
Okay.
And he lived in Michigan. So my husband and I had to drive to Michigan literally every weekend. Keep in mind, weekend, to go check on him. That's Monday through Friday. Tiffany's the type that wants you to work for her, have your phone on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I have literally received calls at 1 o'clock in the morning for flyers. She runs her staff like a dictatorship. And then when you don't do what she say, she'll tell you she's going to fire you. That didn't work for me because I didn't work. Keep in mind, I came on as a publicist, which means I'm an entrepreneur.
Right.
Sis, I don't need that $50-something thousand that you, I ain't gonna say I don't need it. Let me be clear.
No. I understand what you're saying.
Money, but that wasn't motivating me. I have other sources of income. So what she usually do is she go get people who need the money that she's paying them so she can kind of use them as puppets.
She can control.
And then so she'll tell you, if you don't do what you say, I'm going to fire you. I'm going to fire you. I'm going to fire you. So back to my father-in-law. So my father-in-law is falling sick. So I had to go down there out of town a lot on the weekends. This is not through Monday to Friday. However, she wanted to do an event during this time. So at the time I told her I can't make the event, but I put her all the way at third base. You have a team of other people. Here you go, sis. Let them work it out, things like that. Now, I know I'm good at my job, and she did want me around, and sometimes she just did not trust other people to deliver. I get all that. But guess what? Right now, I'm on my husband's time, because at the end of the day, he's the number one priority in my life, ma'am. She want to go kick.
100%. 100%. But I like that comment about and that's people who are really good at manipulating. You don't deal with the person that has all the options. You get people who need something, money, notoriety, whatever it is, and you able to hold that over their heads. So I think she's just, this mayor is just drunk on power.
WGN investigates the price of politics in the South suburbs. Last hour, we showed you how a politician and her team spent tens of thousands of dollars on fine dining, first-class flights, and a 5-star hotel.
Investigative reporter Ben Bradley with one woman's story of what happened to her and her mission when she crossed the self-proclaimed super mayor.
Hey guys, it's your favorite super mayor.
Not only is Tiffany Henyard the Thornton Township supervisor, she's also the mayor of Dalton.
You gotta make any food? That's what you need.
Henyard hosts and promotes food giveaways throughout the year.
You put the meat in the box that you pull up because it's on 2 different pallets. I want to show you guys that I love y'all and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Here, put that over there.
One person not feeling the love is Nicole Scott.
Are you a victim of the dysfunction in Dalton?
Absolutely, but more so, residents are victims. Would you like some of these?
She runs the Free Indeed Market, a ministry-minded pantry set up like a grocery store. It's meant to give people in need a bit of dignity.
We have some onions here if you need onions.
Scott says she secured funding and architectural plans to redevelop this entire dilapidated shopping center last summer. But the village did nothing with her application for 6 months. She kept a log of her increasingly desperate demands for a response.
What has stopped this?
I don't know. Whenever we go over to the village, we don't get a response.
When Scott recently went public with her frustrations with the mayor and her team, she said she received an angry phone call from the village administrator and a written response saying her plans were insufficient. She'd have to start over.
Don't want to be in politics, but I was told that when I purchased this huge property that I was automatically in politics. But that's not the goal at all. The goal is to serve the community in a greater capacity.
So there you are.
I filed the lawsuit because I am a victim of retaliation.
As we reported in November, Henyard's administration has been repeatedly accused of targeting political opponents. Just this week, her former police chief sued the village, claiming Henyard discharged Chief Collins simply because his wife is friendly with some individuals who Henyard believes to be political opponents. She's also been accused of using cops to intimidate.
She used her entire police force to come in and prevent something from happening because things didn't go her way, really.
Would you like some pulled pork?
What confounds Nicole Scott is that she was apolitical until enduring 6 months of silence from Village Hall. In a community where 20% of residents live below the poverty level, Scott's plans to expand her ministry through development remain shelved.
They know that this thrift store would bring in the revenue that we need to keep our programs and services going, and without the permits, without the business license, we're not able to do that. Well, thank you for shopping with us.
Mayor Henyard has previously denied claims that she targets her.
Of course, she's denying the claims. It's disgusting when you really think about it. It's kind of hard to keep trying to figure out more words to kind of construct to understand, like, how is someone this bad at everything that they're doing? Like, even this doesn't look good on her or Keith Freeman. Like, you're stopping this this operation that can really help people who are suffering. Going back to talking about New York City, where, you know, there's food pantry lines around the block. We all suffering through some of this crazy inflationary times with the economic times. People need help. People need resources. And if there's someone here that can actually help in a significant way, and because you have some kind of issue politically or even personally to stop them from helping more people, how is that going to make you look as a mayor? And I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. And it looks like Keith Freeman, or whoever's representing with the Keith Freeman, wants that property and don't want her to have that property. Shout out to Dalton trustees coming through. Great YouTube channel. I think what you guys are doing is extremely important, and you guys figured out the YouTube thing pretty quickly on how to kind of package everything together. Just keep doing what you're doing. Bring the receipts, because like what the super mayor keeps saying, state the facts, please. You guys have been doing that, and you guys are in the fight, because for real, there's other places around the country where there are corrupt mayors, governors, a lot of corrupt politicians, and they are not helping to stop anything. They're kind of going along with the situation. And with these trustees, they're trying to fight. They're trying to make this, again, trying to put this mayor, under the microscope. Eileen Brooks says, in order to get on Tiffany good side, just keep kissing her ass. I mean, that's what it looks like. That's what it seems to be. Is there any evidence that there's someone who is her opponent not having any problems, able to live their lives, able to build, continue with their businesses, have events, or only the people who like her because and she said she loves you even if you don't. Well, those sound like even that weird statement, which I find is super creepy. I love you even if you don't. That's weird. It weirds me out. But it doesn't seem that's even accurate. She loves you if you love her. She loves you if you take care of her in terms of making sure that you like everything she's doing and you don't give her any problems. That's when she loves you. Because the way she's handling everyone, no, I don't think she's not loving anybody. It's weird. It's a weird thing when she says, we tell her no. Yeah, definitely an op. Like you have, like, of course, you're going to go through something. And I think lawsuits, I mean, how many lawsuits she's involved in? Actually, I should look that up. Like how many that she had to either go through. So yeah, the trustees are suing her. Obviously, I forgot his name. It escapes me, but the one that's running the car events, he's suing. We just saw a lawsuit right there in the news story. That salary thing that she did, I'm sure maybe a lawsuit probably go for that. That salary maneuver thing where she's like, if I leave, salary drops, I don't know, 90% or 80%. But if I stay, I could keep making the 200 something thousand. Like that has to be some kind of unconstitutional thing. Probably a lawsuit's going to probably hit there. Is there any other lawsuits? There's so many. You'll probably make a video just all the lawsuits that she's involved in currently. We are going to keep exposing this madness until she is out of office. Yeah, Faith, keep the good fight going, Dalton trustees, because she's not going to stop herself. I don't think it's going to be a time where she's going to get it and realize the error of her ways, or Keith Freeman realize the error of his ways. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to have to be forcibly removed, voted out or otherwise, because it doesn't seem like she is going to do anything right on herself or for herself.